This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Wolverine Power Cooperative and Great Lakes Energy. Your local electric cooperative is looking out for you. And by Munson Healthcare Cadillac Rehab Services.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are only a few minutes from second half kickoff here in Mesick, Michigan at Baker Field. We've got the Pickford Panthers rolling up the score on the Mesick Bulldogs, 56-0. I am Jeff Castillo. I've got Mike Redman up here in the booth with me tonight. And I don't know, what are your thoughts so far of tonight's game, Mike?
Well, you know, one of the thoughts is it's pretty interesting to have our sister peninsula bring a team down here for us to play against.
You don't see a UP team down here very often, do you?
We don't. That in itself is kind of neat. And Pickford, you know, is a strong team this year, and they're not too far across the bridge, just a little bit on the east side of 75. I know they just had a festival up there, the Heydays, I guess. You know, we have our mushroom festival down here. They have the Heydays. It sounds like a farming community. The backbone of their economy up there is farming. Pickford is also has a national record for track and field. They 27 consecutive state UP state track and field championships.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, from 1952 to 1978. So they do have some interesting history, like a lot of Michigan towns do. And also being from the UP, that always makes us curious here down in the lower peninsula is what's going on up there.
Yeah, now they've been in this 8-man football for 3 years now. This is their fourth year. They have made the playoffs each year and got really far last year, all the way to the semis. They were just within a couple points of making it to Ford Field in that final game.
Yeah, so that's, you know, that was interesting. They lost 34-36 to Crystal Falls Forest Park, and then Crystal Falls went into the finals and routed Portland. You know, so if you're that team that loses that game by 2 points,
yeah,
you know, that's bitter. But it also can provide a lot of motivation going into the next season.
Oh, absolutely, and it looks like they're taking that motivation, taking it out on the Bulldogs tonight, as they might be hungry to get back. And they've got a young squad. They've only got a couple seniors this year, but boy, watching the team play, you really wouldn't know it. You know, they're very well coached. Obviously, they've got Josh Rader as their head coach. Assistant coach Steve May, guard Kangas, Dan Rye, working with the players, and you can obviously tell they're well coached.
Very fundamentally strong. You know, like we've mentioned in the broadcast, the tackling form, the fakes, and how they're executing and running the fakes. It's hard to tell where the ball is, and you can see that's confusing the Bulldogs defensively. And it does. I mean, you can't tell where the ball is. It's very tough to play against teams that execute those fakes that way.
Right, and you know, it's kind of, I think it's almost more difficult for them to play the second half than it is the Bulldogs, because when you get a big lead like that, you kind of tend to, you know, the game's obviously in hand. It's not going anywhere. You don't like to let up, but the natural tendency is to do that, and sometimes that's when people can get hurt, or, you know, it's a tough situation to be in, where Mesick, they're just going to try and still, you know, try your hardest and make something positive happen and try to get something going in this second half.
Yeah, you know, the Bulldogs are coming off a strong season as well, you know, where we had a playoff berth and ended up losing to the eventual state champion.
Yeah, Central Lake, and they lost last night, actually. They got rocked.
They
did.
Mesick played a strong game against they made them sweat a little bit, and that was really interesting to see. And Mesick has lost 4 very strong players to just graduating. It happens, right? But they lost Ethan Humphreys at quarterback, who was all-state quarterback, Andrew Sanis, Jorge Lewis, Tyler Shelley, and more than just the stats, those seniors really helped gel that team together and to get the most out of it. Now the Bulldogs got to figure out, you know, how do we do this again? So
they've got they're going to have their work cut out for them. But again, let's see if they can get something positive going in this second half and work towards next week. They are going to be hosting Forest Area next Friday. I do not believe that's going to be a televised game, but they will be back here at Baker Field next Friday. So I'll get another start at something positive going.
Should be a good matchup with Forest Area. And Bulldogs can put this one behind them after this half and you don't want to let something like this get your spirits down.
Nope. Okay, so the players are making their way back out onto the field. For our second half, we are going to end up having a running clock this half, so that's going to make it go a little bit faster. That's probably going to be a good thing for everybody. And we've got Nick Eddington out there again to kick off to the Bulldogs. We've got our athletic director, Mr. Kyle Doobie, up here running the clock tonight. Rainey Lafreniere is handling the PA announcers. I'm not sure who's down on the chain gang, Mike. Who's down there? We got is Joe Fitzpatrick down there?
Well, he's been known to do that many years for the school. I'm trying to see if he's down there or not.
Yeah, it looks like he's drinking a coffee or something. All right, here's the kick. Cole Spencer handles the ball. He's looking for some room to the left, going wide, and he's met with a big hit down there, and they got about half the team piled up on him. He gets out to about just over the 30-yard line, which is where Mesick will start their first offensive series of the half. Cole Spencer's had the football in his hand quite a bit tonight.
He has. He's been a workhorse, and not an easy game to be the workhorse in.
No.
It's not. I mean.
Yeah, here, you take it.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I mean, he's had back-to-back plays where I'm surprised he got up from the prior play, and he's running the ball the very next play.
All right, here we go. We got starting quarterback Joey Stewart back in there. Looks like Robert Spohr is spread to the right, Tanner Ford to the left. Looks like a run up the middle for a small gain by Cole Spencer. Looks like maybe a gain of about 2. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Who else is on chains down there?
Craig Gabier. I know Craig Gabier's down there. Looks like Fitzpatrick and
yeah, I picked up the trademark limp there, so I can confirm that is Mr. Fitzpatrick.
Oh, and we've got, Tom Lipke's down there, longtime football coach for Mesick. And looks like maybe his son-in-law. Okay, passes up. Cole Spencer comes down with it all the way out just across the 50-yard line to about the 49. That is the longest completion of the night for the Bulldogs.
Yep, kind of a jump ball pass and just climbed the ladder and brought it down.
All right, nice pass. That's going to give Mesick a first down and get them into Panther territory.
Cole's got something nagging him there. I don't know if it's an ankle or a knee, but he's got a pretty good limp going.
Okay, so first down from the Panther 49 for the Bulldogs. Joey Stewart is going to take the snap under center this time. Fakes the handoff. Looks like he's looking for Robert Spohr. Gets it out there. Spohr makes it. Looks like a nice catch. And it is called a catch. Nice completion there and a good play by Robert Spohr. You know, he put that ball in a perfect spot where it really couldn't get intercepted. Robert Spohr had to reach out and go low for it, and he did just that. Nice play for another first down. Well, no, it's not going to be. It's just short of a first down. Looks like a 2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the fake handoff froze the Panther defenders just enough for him to get that pass off.
Okay, so the Bulldogs are getting a little momentum going here to start the second half. Joey Stewart goes back, flips it out to Dalton Sabo. Ball was just a little bit behind Dalton. And look like we have a flag, a late flag coming in on the field. Might have had something to do with the incompletion. Let's see.
I know there was some contact on Dalton before the ball got to him.
Yep, and that's what referee Jan Veliquit is saying, so.
Yeah, the officials are doing don't want to jinx it, but they're doing a really nice job tonight. You know, these games aren't always the easiest to officiate when they get lopsided, but they're staying on top of things.
15 yards from the spot of the foul.
It's been a clean ball game, too. You know, there really hasn't been any hanky-panky going on.
No,
so.
And the officials have been very efficient, you know, marking off penalties, keeping the game moving.
All right, so first down for the Bulldogs all the way down to about the 26-yard line. That looked like Nick Salter on that play.
Pitch back to Salter.
He was not able to get much, maybe just barely back to his own line of scrimmage, or maybe not even quite there. Looked like he might have lost one on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 11 from the Panther 31-yard line, or excuse me, 26-yard line. Joey Stewart takes the snap from a shotgun position. He's got 3 out to the left. He's looking to get it to one of them. Oh, he flips it up, and boy, that was almost intercepted. Number 55, Isaiah May, was right there.
That's a good learning moment for the quarterback.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to just eat it.
Short pass is broken up, incomplete.
Might have surprised him that he even threw it to him.
Yep. You don't want to force too much.
I don't know if he had a little butter on his fingers from the popcorn at halftime.
He might have. I think he was he was surprised, I think, really. He was surprised to see it coming.
All right. Well, anyway, they got away with one there. It's 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs, trying to keep their momentum going. They've got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Cole Spencer in motion. He's reeling around on the right side. Joey Stewart throws it to him. Nice catch, and he comes down with it inside the 10-yard line, and there was a flag, so there might have been a little bit of pushing and shoving down there. We're going to see what the officiating crew says.
I hate to see that.
No, yeah, a nice play like that. It might end up not counting. Let's see what the crew says. Okay, so it is against Mesick. He might have stepped out of bounds and then came back in. And that's what it is. If you step out of bounds, you cannot be the first player to touch the ball once you come back in, and that's what happened. So, nice play. That turned out to be for naught, and ball's going to go backwards.
Yeah, very athletic play there. Just game of inches.
Yeah, boy, that's a big penalty, too. Wow.
Yep. Yeah, that really set him back.
That is going to set them back.
But like you said, they've got nothing to lose here.
No, keep on going. They've got some momentum going. They got 2 split out to the right, 2 to the left. Joey Stewart is in the shotgun. Snap is back. He's looking downfield. Oh, he's got Dalton Sable open, and he missed him. He's still got him open. He's past the line of scrimmage right now. Joey Stewart still going all the way down to about the 27-yard line before he's brought down. He got a pretty good chunk of it back. Still going to bring up a long 4th down. I don't think we're going to be seeing Kyle Clough kicking or punting on this one. So it looks like about a 4th and 12 for the Bulldogs. They're going to talk it over with Coach Josh Crocker. That might give us a little bit of time to give our sponsors some airtime.
Absolutely, well-deserved airtime. Our broadcast is presented by Munson Healthcare, Cadillac Hospital, Wolverine Power Cooperative, and Great Lakes Energy, Fox Motors of Cadillac, LC Materials, Northern Exposure Campground here in beautiful Mesick, Pizza Plus out of Cadillac, and Cadillac Tire.
Yeah, that is a nice campground. Did you make it down there at all this summer, Mike?
I didn't, but as a kid, spent a lot of time down there fishing and swimming, and boy, it was no better time to be had when I was young. But
still beautiful.
It is. They've really done a lot to it as well, and they've improved it in many ways.
Yeah, I was amazed how many campsites are there. I don't know how many they pack in there, but there's quite a bit of room.
Yeah, and they fill it at times.
Yep, they do.
They fill it right up. People like it down there.
All right, so the Bulldogs are coming up back out at it. Josh Crocker has drawn up a play. I don't know if he drew it on down on the field or what, but we got trips to the left. Joey Stewart is in the shotgun. Takes it, flips it over to Cole Spencer. Looks like it's going to be a double pass back to Joey, and just not able to quite get down there and get it. It was a good thought, just didn't end up working out for the Bulldogs. So the Panthers are going to take over on downs and see what they can muster up for this second half.
Well, the Bulldogs did bring a little excitement in that drive.
Hey, that was the best drive they've had the entire game. They got some first downs on that one, had some good completions, good running plays. We are already down to just below 3:30, about 3:25 left in the third quarter.
Excellent.
Sure makes a difference when that clock is running.
It does. It's excellent to see them to continue to battle. There's no point in even looking at that scoreboard.
Nope.
Just get whatever you can get out of it.
Absolutely. Yep, no experience like game experience.
Nope, there's not. And there's no better time to test mettle to see if guys can continue to stay focused when you can't win on the scoreboard anymore. But
Yeah, looks like the rain has ceased, at least for the time being. We'll keep an eye on that.
Could still pull a couple victories out of it.
All right, so we've got Isaac Brown taking the snap. He keeps it himself, gets through a hole and marches all the way out to about the 40-yard line before he's brought down. Finally brought down by, looks like, number 18, Cole Spencer again. He's been all over the field. Again, he is the lone sophomore on the Mesick squad for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Cole's got about 3 games in so far tonight, it looks like. That was a well-executed play by the Panthers. I mean, that was very fast from scrimmage.
Quick little hitter right there.
It was.
Keeper by Isaac Brown.
I don't know how those linemen are staying in front of those backs. They're fast.
All right, so we've got Chase Warner and probably Stephen Lamoth in the backfield. Nope, that's not Lamoth. That is that Sam Burton? Number 20, Sam Burton.
Taylor with the stop on Brown.
Big Terry Failer on that one.
That'll make it 2nd and 12.
It's a good tackle.
Yep, tackled for a loss.
Yep.
We're at 2nd and 12 as time is ticking away. We're just under 2 minutes here.
Shows that Terry was able to get some penetration on that offensive front.
Okay, so number 18, that's Jimmy Story back in there, bringing the play in for the Panthers. Again, Pickford is up 56-0 at this point. Story under center, takes a snap, hands it off to, looks like Stephen Lamoth. Stephen Lamoth's got some running room, just almost got down there by Tanner Ford and was not able to get him down. He's into the end zone for another Pickford touchdown. And that's Lamoth's 3rd of the evening, I believe. And if we can get a replay on that. Okay, let's take another look at the Stephen Lamoth touchdown. That was a 60-some yarder by Stephen. Nice run, good solid balance. Good speed. He knows where the end zone is. All right, so it looks like number 20, Sam Burton, is going to attempt the extra point again. He's banged one off the post. That one is a little bit off to the right. Almost looked like one of my golf shots. So no good on the extra point. That is going to keep the score at 62 for the Panthers and a goose egg for the Bulldogs. Looks like that is going to end up being the last play of this 3rd quarter as time runs out.
That'll be the final play of the 3rd
and that
quarter.
is the final play of the quarter. All right, you are watching high school football action on 26 Sports and CCTV. We'll be back in just a moment for 4th quarter action.